Hello everybody and welcome to the OANDA midweek Forex market update for the 5th of March. My name's Simon Clarke from Trade with Precision and I'll be discussing a couple of markets that are of key interest right now. Now the first market I want to take a look at here is the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, and if we take a look at this on the weekly chart, we can start to see, after drawing a couple of levels in this market, we can start to see some interesting structure as to what's happening here within the trend. So here on the weekly chart we can see that this 9400 level has been tested a number of times. In actual fact, the market sort of tested it, certainly found a bit of support around this area in the past. It's come back down and retested that area recently, and then from this area we've now had a nice uptrend in the market back up towards this previous support level through here. So we've got this level that's been well tested for quite some time, as you can see in the past, and we've just come back, broken through it, and we're just trading around that level right now. Certainly got some nice momentum here in the indicators, just indicating that we've got a nice strong uptrend here on this market. So if I come down the time frames, you can start to see this in a bit more detail, and here on the daily chart we can start to see the structure of this trend. Now the market did have a retracement back here, and probably a little bit further back than we would like. It's back further than the zone here on the moving averages, but when you start to look to see where it actually came back to, it came back to this level that's also been historical support and resistance. You can see right the way through here the market sort of found resistance here, it's found support on this level as well, and indeed if we actually sort of zoom out of this, you can see it's historical and comes right the way back through here as well. So if we come down the time frames and start to take a look at the 4-hour chart, another level that I want to mark in here is, and an important level, is the parity level. So this is the 1000 level, it's just up here. We can see at the moment, if I just zoom in to this slightly, you can see at the moment the structure of this market. Support along the bottom that the market's tested a number of times, just broken through another support and resistance level just around that area right now, and then we've got the parity level up here. So we've got a good 50 points in between the two. Now, judging by the fact that this higher time frames are on a nice uptrend here, I'm looking for this market to continue its trend. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we get another test of the parity level before having to decide where the market's likely to go next after here. So what I'm doing is I'm just coming down to the lower time frames and start to look for opportunities around this area. I want to be above this level and then looking for opportunities to trade towards a test of parity. Now the next market I want to take a look at is New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Now the New Zealand dollar, or the Kiwi, has been moving a lot recently, and we've now got some rather interesting structures here in price. So if we just take a look at the weekly chart, we can see here on the weekly that this market's had a couple of levels here that it's tested a number of times. Now this market has sort of had a pullback recently, and then we've had for the past sort of 3 weeks or so, we've had a bit of sideways action, and this has created some interesting sort of chart structures on the lower time frames. But here on the weekly chart, these candles are sitting there nicely within the buy zone here, within the zone in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average. So a nice area for price to be, not overextended. We've got some nice momentum coming in here on the RSI. And if we come down the time frames and take a look at the daily chart, you can start to see this is starting to look a little bit more structured here, and we can see that these levels have been tested numerous times in the past. So this is the level that price has recently just broken. You can see that this has been resistance many times through here. The market's been testing this area recently, and now we've just broken through this level. So I certainly think that the trend is going to continue to the upside here. We've certainly got nice convergence on our indicators here, agreeing with price direction, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if if the market makes a new high, in which case it's got to move up past these previous highs. So what I'm doing with this is actually looking down on the lower time frames for trading opportunities. So I'll come down to the sort of the 4-hour chart, where you can start to see, the number of times this market's really tested this level. It's starting to look for opportunities here. Our moving averages just opening up now in the right order. We've got some lovely convergence here on the indicators too, and I'm moving sort of coming down to the likes of the 15-minute chart, where you can start to see much more smoother flowing price action. Just looking for opportunities on this market, as the market comes back into these into this zone in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average, looking to locate opportunities on these pullbacks to take advantage of this trend as it moves to the upside. Okay, so that's a couple of markets that I'm keeping a close eye on for opportunities this week. Let me tell you about a couple of webinars that we've got running this week here at OANDA. Both of these are completely free of charge to join, so they're completely complimentary. We've got two this week. We've got Getting Started in Trading, which is an introductory webinar into the Forex market, and we've got Avoiding Commonplace Trading Errors. Now, Getting Started in Trading, what we focus on here is an introductory to the Forex markets. We look at this markets and the benefits to us as traders, because this market's 24-hour market and it trades 5.5 days a week. And that comes with many key benefits to private traders or part-time traders. So we'll look at who the major market participants are and what makes Forex prices move. And we'll do a review of the benefits and the risks to trading the Forex market. Now, Avoiding Commonplace Trading Errors is going to be focusing on common errors that traders make within their trading. And what we're going to try and do is to highlight these errors and understand how they can affect your financial results. We'll highlight how to recognize these errors in your own trading and gain practical approaches to help you avoid them. You'll also gain an insight into distinguishing between a winning trade and flawless execution, because the two are not necessarily the same. And what we'll do is we'll also look at ways to implement a process to self-review and continuously identify and reduce trading errors. So both of these webinars are completely free of charge to join. As I say, all you need to do is to visit your OANDA website, check the Learn tab, go to Forex webinars, and then you can register for which webinar you wish to join. Okay, well, thank you very much for attending, and look forward to speaking to you next week. Bye for now.